prompt responses.
Now, Nakuru County Governor Lee Kinyanjui and the County Commissioner Erastus Mbui have warned bar owners who continue operating their businesses during this coronavirus period that they risk losing their business licenses. Kinyanjui and Mbui now say that both operators and the customers will be forcefully quarantined at their own cost, after which they will face the law. It is an issue that is affecting a lot of people here in the country. And now Ochanda joins us live from Nakuru. Ochanda, what is the latest and what exactly is the county government and also the leadership in Nakuru trying to do as they fight this vice?
Well, as you've rightly put it, is that the county governor, Lee Kinyanjui, of course, the county governor of Nakuru, Lee Kinyanjui, and the county commissioner, Erastus Mbui, have led their various teams here in just addressing the media a couple of minutes ago. And remember that I've touched on different issues ranging from indisciplined business operators here in Nakuru town to the few cases of coronavirus fears that have been now quarantined. Of course, those who are contravening the directives put in place to just ensure that they curb the spread of the dreaded COVID-19. But I remember that they largely touched on those business operators and customers who just flood the bars during the day and at night. Of course, during the day, but remember that by doing so, they're contravening the initiatives, the directives put in place to ensure that the initiative to achieve social distancing, they're contravening that directive. But to just join me to shed more light on this issue is the county governor, Lee Kinyanjui, to just tell us in brief what the county has achieved so far, and to just demystify the warnings they have issued to the business operators, especially and specifically the bar operators. Karibu sana Bwana Governor, maybe just maintaining the social distance 1 meter, maybe just tell us in brief what the county has put in place. And of course, you've talked about the bar owners as being in discipline. Talk to us about that.
Okay, I think we are very worried indeed that a few unscrupulous business people are flouting the regulations given by the government, and in return actually risking their own lives, their customers, and the entire community. We have cases where people have the front doors closed and they go back door and enjoy their drinks. Two things are likely to happen: that when you're under the influence of alcohol, your understanding of some of the regulations given to us is very compromised, and therefore you become a danger to yourself and the people around you. Secondly, also, is the issue of people congregating in small areas to hide, and therefore not observing the 1-2 meter sort of distance that you're talking about. So I think as a county, we have already isolated and gathered intelligence around those people who have been doing that, and very soon we will be striking. We will not only cancel your licenses, we will also take you, including the owner of that bar or that hotel for that matter, and we will quarantine you for 14 days at your own cost, and we'll also name and shame you so that you can be a good example of how things ought to be done. We are also seriously considering the issue of closing some of the sources of this alcohol. If the wines and spirits are the ones that are selling this in bulk so that people can go and drink, then we'll also have to see whether they are there for the good or they are actually spoiling what you're doing. So I think those are some of the issues we're trying to do.
Nice. Thanks so much for keeping time. Well, the governor of Nakuru County, Lee Kinyanjui, here, just demystifying the issues here that they have caught the eye of the county government of Nakuru, and of course the administrative sector, of course, led by the county commissioner, Erastus Mbui. And so they have also warned the truck drivers to just ensure that they be disciplined and not just carrying strangers, because remember that they are operating on the long routes, and so they could be transporting as strangers. And so they have also warned those residents of Nakuru to be so keen with such people who may actually harbor ill intentions to just spread the COVID-19. But yes, it's a story that we're still keeping an eye to just ensure that we bring our viewers to speed in the